Hello students, today we will discuss anterograde amnesia. We have already discussed retrograde amnesia. So what is it? This is loss of ability to create new memories, meaning having difficulty making new memories is anterograde amnesia. It results from a failure of memory encoding and storage, and it primarily affects short-term processing. So what are its symptoms? If you ask the patients of this interrogative amnesia what you ate for your lunch, they would not be able to forget. They would not be able to answer you. If you ask if somebody meets them after some seconds, they just forget the person whom they met. So it basically affects short-term processing. It is short-term memory loss. Henry Molaison case, HM case of anterograde amnesia is very famous uh, in this amnesia because this case led to the discovery that complex functions such as memory and learning are tied to discrete regions of the brain. So what is this case? In brief, I'll tell you. This person, Henry Molaison, he suffered seizures for roughly 10 years. On September 1, 1953, surgeons they removed thumb-sized section of tissue from each side of the brain, that is hippocampus, and it really worked. His seizures were controlled, but unfortunately, he was left with permanent amnesia. He could remember some things like some episodes from his childhood, his parents, and some historical events that occurred before his surgery, but he was unable to form new memories. If he met someone who then left the room, within minutes, he had no recollection, no recall of the person or that meeting. It means he was not able to form new memories. His short-term memory was affected. This was anterograde amnesia. So with this case, we come to know that his hippocampus was removed. That's why we come to the conclusion that hippocampus plays an important role in the consolidation of information from short-term memory to long-term memory. That's why this HM case is very famous. So basically what happens in this, as we know that it results from a failure of memory encoding and storage. So patients they process the information normally like we all, but they immediately forgets the information, never make it into the regions of the brain where long-term memories are stored. It means they're not able to transfer their information to long-term memory. So encoded memories are never stored in the patients since connections between hippocampus and cortex is disrupted. The connections are disrupted in the patients of anterograde amnesia. Okay, so patients lose episodic part of their declarative memory but retain procedural memory. And we know what is episodic memory and we know procedural memory. Episodic memory is a memory of our personal experiences and specific events. So patients lose the episodic part of their interrogative amnesia, but they do not. But their procedural memory it remains intact, and we know what is procedural memory. It is skill memory, how to do things. It is a memory of how to do things, so they are able to perform normal everyday functions quite easily, even if they are if they are having interrogative amnesia. So it means normal functions they know how to talk, how to do things, how to do normal things like talking on the phone likewise. Okay, so this was interrogative amnesia. Please remember its definition and its symptoms as well as the role of hippocampus in interrogative amnesia. Okay, hope you understood. Okay, take care. Bye bye.